Sup everyone, this is Wargrenal Player. Today's topic I'm going to be talking about is why I said once before people should be concerned for a future food shortage. Now, from the photos that you see here, both from the thumbnail and the thumbnail of this video, these are actual photos that I've taken when I was last shopping in Walmart for food. Just minding my business. I decided to go to Walmart that day just to take care of my business, do what I have to do, feed my family, okay? The first thought that came to my head was, we're not even in a second quarantine, and I see a lot of people are slowly stocking on food. There's a lot of businesses that are lying to people that they have unlimited stock on patties, burgers, rice. They put it on the shelves to make it seem like they got it. It looks full. And when you go behind the shelf, it's empty. There's spider webs behind it. It's hollow. You could shout and hear your voice echo. That's how bad it looks. I've spoke about the importance on stocking on food. I spoke about the importance on saving money. I spoke about both these type of values because they go hand in hand. Take advantage if you have the resources and the money for food stocking. Stock on ammunition, protection, emergency lights. Stock on these things. Most people are too busy being comfortable and being in a debt bubble and being in a big bubble to not really care about what's going on in the world because nothing's happening to them. As long as nothing affects them, they're all right. They're good. Why should I worry? That's not my problem. That's how a lot of people in America is thinking, especially people all over the world, to be exact. If we were to overpopulate and the food market decreases, what do you think will happen? This is why China enabled the law on the amount of children that could be born because of the size of their population. The size of their population went past 1 million. Why would they want that to continue if they want what's best for their economy? If they know that a food shortage could possibly happen in the future? Why would they not try to take things into order? While most people are not taking things into order for themselves or their family or their home because they don't care. This is the real world. Most people are thinking about themselves to survive and just to live and get by. That's the truth. People has family. People has kids. People has a dog or cat to feed. People has themselves to feed as well, because in order for them to live and to continue moving, they need to eat. In order for their kids and family to continue living, they need to eat. Just like everybody else. Okay? Food is now so important to a lot of these people, and I've even noticed when I've been shopping, people are slowly stocking and taking advantage of all the food on the shelves. The first time during March, when this quarantine got bad, people act like it was the end of the world. You guys should remember that time. They were out of stock on toilet paper, paper towels, even baby wipes. That's how bad it got. They went after baby wipes and not caring about if people had kids or if their kid needed wipes. They didn't care. They just took whatever they wanted. Selfish, right? At the same time, people should have been do this. And I've even learned myself. That's why I'm doing what I can now. Stock on things. Because you never know when you're going to need them. Where there is a shortage, there is a problem. Some people may listen. Some people may not listen. But at the end of the day, that's on them. That's not on me. This is why I said people should be concerned for a food shortage. It may not happen right now, but who knows if it can happen in the future. God willing, we even make it to see a bright future in 2021. I even spoke about this. My future predictions for 2021. Look at my videos in my channel. And be sure to subscribe. Check out my videos. I spoke about this stuff. I spoke about food shortages. I spoke about the pandemic. I spoke about all these things. I put in my thoughts. And I actually related to what the Bible had to say about this. Because a lot of the things that I said in the Bible is the most red-pillest things that I've ever read. And I'm going to continue to read the Bible. I just got back into reading my Bible recently because most people, they don't want to hear the truth. God forbid if a food shortage was to occur or was to actually happen. Most people in America doesn't know how to hunt. Most people in America doesn't know how to grow food. I'm not saying for myself I know all these things. I sure don't. If you don't know a lot of these things, do some research, study, simple stuff. If you have too much time in your hands, stock on food and protection. Save money for a rainy day. Save for a rainy day. Because you don't know. Most people are probably doing this, but the majority, especially in America, seeing how spoiled and entitled this country is because of how a lot of people are. They're not thinking about that. They don't want to hear it. They just want it now. They want it fast. They want everything for themselves. People too comfortable thinking that the government is going to save them. Everything's all good. The government is going to save them. Everything's all good. That's a bad mindset to have. Very, very, very bad. You're making yourself vulnerable for something to happen. I cannot think that comfortably to think everything is going to be okay. And I'm fine. And nothing is never going to happen. I'm going to just casually, save my money up. Not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just going to casually know that I have all this money, but I'm going to waste it on meaningless things that's in vain. Rather than stocking up on food, stocking up on a lot of things, emergency things that may help me in the long run or may save my life. People are not thinking. There's a lot of people that they're not thinking straight. They're thinking narrow. They're letting the world follow. They're letting the world think for them instead of thinking for themselves and having common sense. That's a bad way to think. I cannot be simple-minded and think that everything is okay and be closed-minded and close the world for my own problems when the world's problem could end up being your problem. People don't seem to think about that. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but this is the truth. If a second quarantine was to happen and it was worse than the first quarantine, right? The second shutdown could be worse than the first one, guys. It's not looking too good. Just recently, NBC News even said it. Because I live in New York, in the city, right now. They're still delaying public schools and schools from reopening back up because of a limited supply on cleaning products. A limited supply on a lot of stuff. Because The fact that they don't even have many people to come out and clean these schools or sanitize them, right? To make sure this virus or this illness is gone but forgotten. For the meantime, most of those people's jobs are cut off for finances and financial reasons. Because since the start of this pandemic, most jobs had to get cut off completely because most people does not want to get sick or even die from this virus, from this so-called sinful virus. Most people just want to go home, and that's not a problem. The problem is people that rather live in La La Land and think everything is all good. The things that we need the most is food, shelter, clothes, and we'll be fine. Food, shelter, clothes. A cell phone is another need in a way. We need that to get by. I understand that. Cars as well. The things that we need to survive the most. Of course, we need a job too. But essentially, if jobs and everything didn't exist, food, clothes, shelter. Top 3 things. Food is the most important thing though. Because without the food chain, what are we? We'll die out. There'll be nothing left of us. But yet people seem to think and be narrow-minded. They don't want to hear the truth. They get pissed off when people talk about it because they know if they have to face it, they're going to have to be responsible. Most people does not want to be responsible. They're going to blame the government for the food shortage. They're going to blame the government for their problems on the choices that they could have avoided to make. I'm stuck on water. I'm stuck on food, guys. And I'm stuck on dry foods because you can't preserve meat for that long. There's certain foods you can't have for that long that may go bad. Canned foods I recommend to get. They may have high sodium, but there's a way you could chop that up and eat portion by portions of it. Rice, beans, flour, a portable stove, flashlights, matches. People not thinking. It's scary how vulnerable a lot of people gave their rights away for an image of the president to have more power over them or to feel like they have more power over them, because we already know the president is not the big boss. The president doesn't have every power and every right to do anything. Congress is the boss of the president. And the boss of Congress could be whoever. Those 1%ers and 5%ers and 10%ers, they don't care. They're not going to care if this country was to fall. Because they got everything that they need. At least they have some sense to know, let me stock on food and stuff just so I could be safe. Save money. Do something with my money and save money for another rainy day until things get better. I'm being very careful with how I spend my money now. And I've been this way before. I recommend this to most people. You seen this happening, take advantage. Stock on food. If you have a deep freezer, may God bless you. Take advantage of that. Stock up on meat. Stock up on dry food. Stock up on preservative food. Stuff that may last you for a long time while you're at home because you don't know. This is Woken Ripple here. Peace out. Let me know what you think.